Hi, Rob. How you feeling today?
I am much better. Sorry about last week. I'm all healed up. Nothing
Nice.
an EpiPen and a couple of days worth of steroids. A lot of antihistamine.
Nice.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I have this propensity for the bugs to bite me. I don't know what it is. I just taste good, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's not the first. It's happened. It happens all more often than not. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, wow.
And then my granddaughter on Monday night was in her house. She was in my daughter's bedroom sleeping. I got bit in the eye by a bee in their
Oh,
house. And so I'm like, this is crazy. So she just left. They just came over and her eye is like still like this. Thank God she didn't have, the reaction with regard to,
Oh God.
anaphylaxis or anything.
right.
And they've taken it to the doctor, and so it's just a normal reaction to a bug bite above the eye. But these bees are everywhere right now. It's crazy. And then one of our friends, Lynn and I's friend, Sunshine, posted today on Facebook. She was looking for someone to come and remove a hornet's nest.
Oh no.
But she wanted it done organically.
I saw that post of hers.
I was dying to offer to come
And
over
I
there
was
with
like-
show her 2 cans of spray and be like, this is how we do it. But I didn't want to offend her in any way.
Wow, the bugs are talking to you.
Oh
When
yeah,
when I lived in Laguna Beach, oh God, the late 1999s and early 2000s, I had a friend named Davy B, and Davy B was a beekeeper, and he would do it organically. He was like one of those scooping of the bees type of people, and the bees didn't sting him, and they loved him, and all that stuff.
yeah, but that's like honeybees and bees of that nature. These hornedy waspy things, they have no desire to be handled. They don't. All they want to do is bite. I don't know. Like I said, remember I asked last week, Yeshua, what was the purpose of that? But I didn't have a chance to replay the reason for it.
Right.
Well, wait, that's right. There was a very long reason why I got bit, wasn't there?
Yes, it
I
was.
haven't had a chance to listen to it. Well, I did double down. I've been working on my book. It's coming along. A lot of progress in the last couple of weeks now, Lynn. One more message out of journal number 19, and it's done.
Hey,
Pretty much ready for organizing.
Did you see the cat responded to you? Did you reach out to her?
I did. I didn't have a chance. I wanted to just finish this last message. Actually, I've been doing a few of them, and now I'm down to one. So,
okay.
As soon as I complete that, and I call her and say, "Okay, I'm done. Next."
Robert, I edit manuscripts if you want to read her, and I would know what you're talking about. Did you hear me?
So, Tess, Michelle, Water, Linda,
no.
Reverend at the end.
I know. I had her add that. Robert, did you hear what Susan just said? Rob? Hello?
Should I say it again?
No, he's not here. Reverend Scarpa. Okay, you're muted. Unmute.
There we go. I'm sorry.
No.
Everybody froze up on me.
You froze up on us. So Susan said she reads manuscripts, and she'd be happy to help you.
Okay. Thank
you. I'd be an expert reader in his category.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, and I can. That's what I do.
Okay.
Read manuscripts like yours.
All right. I don't know if you consider it a manuscript or just a compilation of messages, but
yeah, that's a manuscript.
Oh, then there you go. See, in 12th grade, I took English, and English just to graduate. So.
This little
I'm a carpenter.
144
literary works are not my specialty in this lifetime, from what I understand.
Well, they're my specialty.
Frozen again, huh?
744 pages.
There we go. Oh, frozen again. Can anybody hear me now?
Yes.
Try again.
Can you hear us? I can hear him.
I can hear him, but he's frozen and can't see him.
Okay. This is my about the author in the back of my book, which I think is pretty funny. I haven't read this in years. Reverend Lynn LaBorde is a psychic, a medium, and a full body trance channel. She's a teacher, healer, and mentor, twice certified yoga teacher, priestess in the order of Melchizedek, Reiki master in Usui Karuna, and holy fire lineages. She lives in New York and has a fluffy gray cat named Astro. Aw.
And who wrote that? I'm sorry, I cut out.
No, that's my about on the back of my book.
Oh,
So,
oh.
Rob, here's
Channing
what,
Magdalene.
yeah, one thing that I can tell you that's really sweet. Willem wrote the forward to the book because he was the one that did the original
Right,
transcription of,
right.
and then my girlfriend, Dr. Valerie Shoup, she's like, I want to write about the book. And I was like, okay. And then we did a note to the reader that was about Matanya's painting. And I dedicated it to Yeshua Ben Joseph and Miriam of Magdala. We had a lot of fun with this. Anyway, so what we've been doing with the membership is we started it last week. Raymond read the lesson last week, and then Laurel read today, and I just sit there in tears of just love and gratitude for having been chosen as a channel to bring forth her, gorgeous divine feminine wisdom. It's really precious. And then Nadia was saying that she had this thought, wouldn't it be great if she had us read? And that's exactly what we did. And it was just really beautiful. We're rounding off the end of this year. We'll be starting again next year with all new lessons. What's 48 plus 7?
55.
55? All right, so 255 is the next one.
Lynn, I'm open to read next week.
Perfect. You're on. You know what the lesson is for next week? I love this. It says, this day I choose to spend in perfect peace.
Nice.
I love that. Ooh, it's a long one. Okay, good. Well, welcome. So I have this really fun little story to tell you. I have this friend named Patrick, and he was the one who actually came up with the first name of the podcast, which was Jesus Christ, Not Another Podcast. And he has started one of his own. And one time he and his wife were kind of like bickering back and forth. And she goes, this isn't the Patrick Labber show. And his name is Patrick Labberto. He's a childhood actor. Anyway, he calls his podcast The Patrick Labber Show with Patrick. Oh, someone's trying to spam me. Sorry.
How do you spell his last name? I'm sorry.
Labyorteaux. And he was on Little House on the Prairie for 8 years. He was on Jack for 10 years. He's been in 60 movies. So he and I are having this conversation, and he started his own podcast. And I'm like, who are you inviting? And he goes, Mel Brooks, Carol Burnett, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, people that I made movies with. He was in Blazing Saddles with Mel Brooks. Carol Burnett adores him and tried to do a TV show with him in Hawaii based on her Eunice character, and he was going to be her son. And it was when the writer's strike happened many, many years ago. But he's got like this list of people that he's done movies with. He's got baby pictures of his son Joe and Billie Eilish when they were like babies, like less than a year, babies. And so he reached out to Maggie, and I'm like, oh my God, wouldn't it be so fun if you had Maggie and Billy and Phineas and you and Joe on the podcast together? Like, how much fun would that be? And imagine all the people that would come in, right? Hi, Deb. So we were just going through this list, and I'm like, and you could invite this person. And I came up with a list of like 20 people. And he goes, hold my beer. And he gives me like a list of 200 people that he knows from Hollywood. And I'm like, Patrick, this thing is going to be a huge success. Just a huge success. Like when someone brings you an idea and you're like, oh my God, that thing is brilliant. He's like, I'm going to invite Mark Hamill. And I'm like, of course. Because Patrick and our other best friend, David, and I, we're all like the Big Bang Theory, total geeks, Comic-Con going, nerdalicious. Like, and Patrick just got to speak on the panel at Comic-Con that they had a few months ago. And he travels around the country going to these, Little House on the Prairie things, signing autographs. Anyway, it's just very cute how all that's happening. But I'm like, you know what? Because he's charming and he's funny. Oh, he's so funny. And like people just like him. Like he's just one of those people that just everybody likes, And he's done so many movies and so much television. and he just knows the industry, and now he teaches acting. In fact, one of the students that he has is Wendy's grandson, Enzo. And, we all knew each other. Wendy knows him from back in the day when Wendy's husband ran a comedy troupe that Patrick and his brother Matthew were a part of. So I love when my friends are having success. Like, things are just off the hook right now with the crazy success that I've been having with my business. And, getting to see my friends have that same success is just thrilling for me. Rob, I am so excited when you finally put these books to press, when you finally publish. I'm telling you, it's going to set the world on fire. You're going to retire you're going to retire your wife, you're going to move to whatever country you want to live in. It's all happening. From my lips to God's ears. Okay, so one of the funniest moments that I've experienced happened yesterday. We opened up the mastermind, 36 of us in this gorgeous mastermind. And I said to everybody, okay, we did introductions for 2 hours. And I said, all right, tell us where you were born, where you live now, what brought you here, and what's your favorite animal. And Willem Van Galen, my beloved Willem, goes, my favorite animal is fried chicken. I just died laughing. It was just one of the funniest moments for me. I thought, oh my God, my favorite animal is fried chicken. I don't know, but that's my dark humor, which is why he and I love each other. So that was beautiful. Oh, I just did a reading for someone, Neil. Neil was one of the people that helps us with the publishing of the book, because he had published some books of his own through Amazon. So he directed us. And Neil had a 20-minute session with Yeshua, and he gave Yeshua some information. And then when I came back, he said, oh, thanks, Michelle. When I came back, he said, Yeshua wanted me to tell you that most recently I was contacted by Mother Maya. Mother Maya is a gorgeous galactic being that Wendy has most recently been working with. So she's reaching out to all kinds of people. Rob, I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't come through to visit you one of these days soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of
Neil, what's his last name?
Huh?
Neil's last name.
Elliot.
Elliot, right.
Neil Elliot. So speaking of messages, do you have a message for us tonight, my darling?
Yes. Let's start with Master Cumi.
Ooh.
What's a combination of Cumi and Lakshmi? And it starts with Cumi. Do you have any words for me today? Greetings, beloved, and thank you for the inquiry. So much has really changed and shifted for the collective of humanity at this time. But remember that with any shift or change, things can fall over as well as collapse. And what you are seeing is just that. So much of what has been accepted as truth is not necessarily the case. And as so many wake up to that realization, great confusion will occur as each soul begins to recognize their true divinity once more, as the memories come flooding in and the snippets of the past lives and incarnations flash through the mind without cessation until one recognizes their true essence. For the great remembering is just that, access to the all that is in every sense of the word. And that is what has occurred. And each one of you can easily visit your past lives and decisions made and the outcomes of such. All of you are able to review, organize, and clean up any misguided or regretful actions, which in turn will reverberate throughout the fabric of time and potentially restore and instill balance in those experiences, which in turn will pull that thread from the fabric of time, thus removing all negative aspects, potentially altering the outcome of past occurrences. This technique of viewing, evaluating, and transmuting of all such unwanted and destructive thought forms will directly restore and alter that which has been recorded and effect a positive reconfiguration of all such unwanted aspects that have served only to diminish instead of expand the human experience. So in short, the opportunity to remove and replace any and all regrets and memories of the current or past human experiences can be dissolved and consumed through the application and use of the violet consuming flame to transmute and purge all that does not serve. You can use this technology on everything, and I mean everything. It is the panacea from which all can be cleansed and restored to its original energetic blueprint, thus facilitating a clear path, a smooth road to travel, if one so chooses. Free will is and will continue to be a major aspect of the human experience. But now the desire to control another will diminish as the return to oneness expands and takes shape in this new paradigm of heaven on earth and goodwill towards all. So we ask that each one of you continue to hold space and only show love for those who have yet to open up to this new way of being. Yes, it will take some time until all realize their true essence. And until such time, please stay positive and do not fall into the trap set by those who are desperately trying to hang on to an old and outmoded way of doing things instead of opening up their hearts to the love that is all around us. Be that light for so many who are lost and show them the way back home to their true heritage and purpose. This has been a most wonderful experience this day, and I thank you dearly. Farewell to Cumi and Lakshmi. So,
Beautiful.
what they're saying is regrets. Focus on even the regrets of this lifetime. Keep it simple, right? You go back in, you can pull that thread. And when you pull that thread, everything that was potentially affected by that thread can be transmuted, removed, okay, which will affect the overall outcome. It's almost like, Back to the Future, right? When all the decisions that were being made in 1957 were slowly erasing 1985, right? The children, everybody was starting to disappear. Michael J. Fox, his sister was erased, vanishing from the picture. So we have the ability to do that. Okay, of course, we want to do it in a positive. You don't want to erase any of your siblings, I don't think, right? But you can go back. So we can change through the use with the violet. We can transmute these things, which then lighten the load and make it easier for us to ascend. Okay, we cannot take any baggage with us into the new earth, the heaven on earth, however you want to look at it, see it. You're going with nothing. We're going naked, not even any clothes. They're giving us new uniforms when we get there, whatever it is. I don't know. But that's that's what the message is saying. And then it says we can also go back and revisit past lives. So then where Lynn comes in, when we dive into the Akashic record, and you can remove and transmute specific aspects that you might be still carrying through to this lifetime or lifetime after lifetime, right? And up until now still. So we have that ability because I guess this is a matrix. It is a computer program. There is a hard drive. There is a memory bank or a cloud. And we go up into that cloud and we can adjust what we don't want. To try and keep it as simple as possible. I don't know, Lynn, what do you think?
I think that it's all just a huge game. And I think that we win when we remember to choose love. So Magdalene just came through and she said, would I please open the book to lesson 123? Someone told me recently that they're doing mentoring with Metatron. And they have a copy of Magdalene's book. And that Metatron said, please open to lesson so-and-so. And it was exactly the issue, like the answer to the question of the issue the person was working with. So the spiritual realm is now using her words against us. I think that's brilliant.
Well, don't you see it? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Oh. You
Come
ready
on.
for this one?
Yeah.
Lesson 123. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. Magdalene's channel message. Greetings, beloveds. Having a foundation of gratitude, approaching each circumstance humbly and gratefully allows you to step into the realm in which God has created all beings, all of life, and all of existence. It immediately brings you to your heart for that which you can appreciate and that which you can hold in gratitude grants to you the love and the beingness through which you are divinely created and inspired. When you can look upon each circumstance and say, what is there for me to learn? What is there for me to know? What is there for me to admire? What is there for me to appreciate? How can I be grateful within this moment, within this interaction, within this person? You will indeed be opened up to how it is that gratitude may be applied. You need only ask. Ask for assistance and say, how can I see what it is that I am meant to be grateful for in this circumstance? This may be easier for some of you than for others. You may find that yes, you are able to see, yes, you are able to know, and yes, you are able to recognize. And at other times, you may need to call to ask for assistance. They say all the time, ask us for assistance. It may be difficult for you to understand when you have a screaming child, complaining customer, an upset spouse. It may be difficult for you when you've had an accident or fallen or something is broken. But understand, beloveds, that each moment, each relationship, each interaction, each circumstance that you come upon has a way in which you are being guided back to the place that you had left behind within your mind, back home to the kingdom, to the place within your heart where there's peace and love. So allow yourself, beloved ones, to delve deeply into the realms of what might be mysterious to you and truly grant to yourself the preciousness that happens in gratitude. For in gratitude, you are brought to your heart, and there is much to be glad of, and be glad for. So much has been given, so much has been granted you by the Father. There is still so much love in all circumstances and all conditions. It may require you to look a little more deeply than you normally would, but when you can allow yourself to come for these 2 15-minute sessions to just be in gratitude, thanking, being thankful, having a graciousness about you, you will find that there is love. Love in all beings, love in all conditions, love in each and every moment. Grateful for He who created you and all of creation. He who granted to you the beingness, the mind of God, to be able to manifest in front of you that which you place inside of your mind. So if you find yourself and your countenance being that of gratitude, you will indeed manifest in your life much to be grateful for. Allow yourself this gift today, beloved ones, and then surrender to the feeling of love that is inspired as you move through the day with gratitude and desire. Grateful for all that you have, grateful for all that is granted to you. There is nothing that you desire, there is nothing that you want that is not given to you. How powerful is that? Allow yourselves to see this, beloveds. You will begin to see the thoughts and the beliefs that you have created and developed and brought forth and manifest in the world in which you live. So allow yourselves today, beloveds, to go with the love of within your heart, and you will find yourself at home with God and with love. Blessings to you, beloveds. We will speak with you again today. Rob, I think that the message that they have for all of us is if we can allow ourselves to just be grateful for what it is that we have and know that our lives are not our own. Like we're literally here doing God's work. Rob, the gift that you and I have been given of being able to channel their messages, you know, I've done 365 of them. You've done thousands, you know?
You've done that as well. That's just one book of 365.
That's
Don't
true.
diminish your work.
That's
But
true. But I think that I know that you have a family and you have kids and you have grandkids and you have 700 brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews and cousins and aunts and uncles, and gnomes and trolls and fairies and elves and everything in your universe. I have one fluffy gray cat and a mom and an aunt, a brother and a sister, and some nieces and nephews, and brother-in-law and a sister-in-law. And all that's important to me. But I got to tell you, I got to tell each and every one of you, I love you, but there is no relationship that is more important to me than my relationship with God. Like I'm here as a liaison for Yeshua and for Magdalene, and Yeshua is a liaison for God. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're here for. Linda now has a cat on her head. How cute is that little cat?
Oh.
Hey, little kitty. Love that.
I think our purpose is really twofold. It's one, to have that human experience, to have the opportunity to have the experience, and all the bells and whistles that go with it. And secondly, or simultaneously, equally as important, is to recognize our divinity and help everyone else too.
Yep. That's what I'm here.
And just focus. It's all focused on love. This particular experience that we are having here on the earth plane is a love-based experience. From what I understand, from what I've heard via other channels and things that I understand, not every experience is about love. There are different experiences in different realms, planets, star systems, what have you, that are not about love. They're about other things. And so, but like they say to us, this is the culmination of all experience. This is the World Series, the Galactic Series. This is everything. And as they say, all these other entities that are outside looking in at us want to be us. They can't save us. We're here to save ourselves. So wake up, recognize our divinity. We're here for a purpose. It's to have fun. It's to have the 3D experience. It's to bring everybody back to oneness, right? That's part of this experience, is the oneness, that we all come from source. Okay, there is no separation. It's all perceived, right? It's all learned behavior. It's taught to us that God is outside of us. That's the first thing we're told when we're able to comprehend church and spirit and all that stuff, right? God's up there. He's on the wood. He's wherever. He's everywhere. He can hear everything you can say. But, you'll never be worthy. Unfortunately, that's what they program many of us, right? You're not worthy.
He's a punitive and punishing God.
Right. He's mean.
That's I remember at the Episcopal.
He likes to play with fire.
No.
Don't forget that part.
He will smite you like Zeus. Oh my God.
That's it.
With the lightning bolt. In the Episcopal Church, there's this one, you say these prayers before you receive the communion. And one says, I know I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again because it's just one of my favorite moments. It says, God, I do not feel worthy enough to gather up the crumbs underneath your table. And I, at 11 years old, I was studying for my confirmation. And I whirled on my mother and I'm like, I'm not saying that part. I don't believe that part. I believe I should be sitting up at that table with God. And now I look on it and I'm like, how did I know that at 11, right? And my mother, she's so smart. She pats my little hand and she says, then you don't have to say that. But just know that having a relationship with God is like growing roots, and it'll create this incredible tree, and you'll be able to draw strength from that tree for the rest of your life. And I'm like, that scene should be in a movie. It was just one of the most beautiful moments of my life. Having my mom say that, it was just like it. I was like, yeah. My father even said to me, that we have the same power that Jesus does. And these were my parents. So blessed. So blessed. So, the only being that I get to lecture to is Astro. He doesn't listen most of the time. But, that's why I have students and classes and clients. We started this incredible mastermind journey for a year yesterday with 36 of the most gorgeous, delicious souls. Several of them are here. And, I'm like, God, you could take me today. The notebooks are written, like everybody could go on without me. Like, I feel like I've done what I'm here to do. I feel like my life, like I got it right this lifetime.
It's funny that you say that you feel like you could go at any time.
You're not done yet, Lynn.
Yeah, you're not done yet. And And I was reading a message that I had received a few months back to a friend yesterday. And I hadn't read the message since I wrote it. It was, I don't know, back in March or April. It was from Mother Mary. And when she comes in, it's always pretty wild. And it was a particularly personal message. You know, it talked a lot, you know, about me and where I was at and I'm at and things like that. But one of the things that Mother Mary said was, you cannot leave. You need to stay to help the others. So as much as we feel that we've hit our realization and we're like, okay, the stuff's in the book, it's in the can, it's in the, you know, it's in the computer, you can take me now. They're not taking us. They want us to stay because there's so many, and that goes for everybody. You all are here for a reason. You didn't just stumble across this tonight or 6 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago. You were drawn here. Your higher self has put you in this position to be here along with us. And they don't want any of us to leave because we're the first to have the realization. We're the first wave.
Kat put out an email and she goes, welcome to podcast number 14. And I was like, what? This is our 14th podcast.
Yeah,
That's
it goes
3.5 months. We've like, I feel like didn't we just get started like a couple weeks ago?
That's what it feels like, sure. But it was the whole summer, sure.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We're not allowed to go anywhere. Well, of course we are. Free will is still at play. That's what the message says. Even in the new earth, there will be free will. But since our higher self runs the show and really makes all the overall and overarching decisions, that's what I'm getting. Yep. So
no, I get it.
Enjoy it. Learn to manifest. Of course, please.
Reverend Nadia.
I gotta get used to that, Lynn. I'm not used to that. Like,
dude, it's so much fun.
It's so cool that you say that because one of the reasons that I'm so impatient, I feel like I have so much to give, so much to do, so much that I want to do before I die. And I just feel like the longer it takes, the less I'm going to be able to do. And so it's seriously, I'm just being honest. And so it's kind of like comforting to hear you say that because I'm just like, you know, at my age, it's like, I don't know when I'm going to die, but I got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do.
Stop with all those words.
But I'm being honest, right? If I can't be honest with you.
I've been youthing for years, Nadia. I've been youthing. I am not, there's no, my turning my clock backwards. Stop owning that age thing.
Okay.
How old was Moses? How old was Moses? Come on, Lynn. You're the Bible expert.
I don't know and I don't care.
800 and change. How old was Noah? Noah was over 600.
Old. I know.
All those pharaohs, all those Egyptians, hundreds of years, many hundred or more. But so start owning that lifespan instead of this one you've been taught.
No. Listen, at 62, I'm tired. I'm about to be 63. I'm like,
you could be that.
Wait a minute. I'm going to be 75. You can't stop talking like that.
I've been identifying as a straight white male for at least 6 or 7 years now. 33 years old. That's it. I'm a 33-year-old straight white male. Anything I fill out, 33 years old. I am in my 33s. I tell my kids, they're all older than me now. My daughter's in her 40s. I'm stuck in my 33s. Every birthday comes, I'm still 33. So
I'm with you.
All what you want to own. You got to own it. What you own, you get more of, right? So
exactly.
Priyanka, who works with me, her son had his like back to school day yesterday. And he wrote in the little thing and he goes, I am 19 years old. And I go, Priyanka, your son is like 7. How is he 9 years old? And she said, well, I keep telling him that I'm 16 and he's decided that he's older than me. So he chose to be 19. And I'm like, oh,
there you go.
That makes complete sense.
Isn't this just having the human experience? You get to pick the meat suit. You pick where you're born. You pick your family. You can pick your age. What's the difference? It means nothing, right? It's how you feel. If it makes you feel good, do it. You want to be 16 again?
No, I'm starting up. I'm at least several billion years old, and I'm fine with all of that. So a friend of mine is like, I just started working out again. I said, really? He lives in LA. And he's like, yeah. He said, all of a sudden I had this thought, I could work out again. He said, I joined LA Fitness. I said, we have LA Fitness here in New York. He said, you know, I've been to 7 LA Fitnesses in the past 7 days, and I've been to 6 different ones. He's like, they're everywhere. I said, yeah. We literally have one up the street, don't we,
Yeah.
Rob? Right near the
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're a chain. Yeah.
Anyway, you
But
know,
the
like,
bottom line is, I'm sorry, Lynn, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, life is what we make. He goes, I feel the best I felt in years because I'm working out every day. And I'm like lying on the couch trying to get a cat nap in between the 8 appointments.
It's all the mindset. It's all part of your mindset, right? Is it not? So if your DNA is electronic, right? There's firmware and there's software within your DNA. Everybody understands software and firmware, right?
Yes.
You don't have to tell the body to breathe. You don't have to tell it to digest. The hair grows automatically until you disturb the system sequence. All those things. And then the software is the stuff we're taught and what we believe. That if you listen to these commercials that are on TV for pharmaceuticals, and we're flooded with them. When you're 40 years old, you can expect to have this, and you have to get this test. And when you're 50, expect this, and you'll have that test. And when you're 60, this is what's going to happen to you. So they program you to believe all of these things. So when you believe those things, because, oh, I'm going to be 60, this is going to happen. Oh, I have to have my Cologuard, and I have to do that. That's because your belief system then is your software that overrides your firmware. Okay, it's like hitting the Alt key on your computer, overriding what the program is. Just like your dreams, you're programmed to forget your dreams. That's the software program. You forget your dreams when you wake up. They fade as the day goes on. So before you go to bed at night, you hit the Alt key and you say, Spirit, higher self, whoever, I want to remember my dreams when I wake up. That's hitting the Alt key. Do that for 3 days and you will start to remember your dreams. Everything in the universal law of threes. Rule of threes.
You know what else helped me with dream remembrance? Grounding sheet.
Yeah.
I ordered these grounding sheets. They're like $30 off of Amazon. And the first night I laid on that thing, there's just a grounding cord and you plug it in. You know, like there's 3 prongs on the plug and you just plug it into the ground. And I'm like, all right, let's see how this. And I was like, how are my dreams that active? So I'm like, is this thing really working? And I didn't have the rubber case on my iPod. And I had the grounding sheet plugged in. I had plugged in my iPhone. And all of a sudden, my body's like having these electric shocks. I'm like, what the heck's happening? And I realized it was a grounding sheet. So the thing really works. And for some reason, it enhances the heck.
And why does it work? Because you believe it does. That's 99% of it, is it not?
Yeah, well.
Is it not? Right? Come on, everyone. What you
right.
believe becomes your reality.
That's true. You're absolutely right.
So then it helps to facilitate what's there. If maybe there's a switch turned off until you change your belief, and then boom, cascading effect. Everything starts to fall into place.
That's absolutely the truth.
Okay. So we can go a step further when we talk about overriding the software, where we are trained to believe that every day is another day, and we age another day, another dollar, another day closer to retirement, another day closer to whatever that number is. You can turn around and talk to your body clock. You can say, dear body clock, I want you to count every 7 days as one day. Now you've just multiplied your lifespan by 7, just by telling your body clock to count every 7 days or every 5 days or whatever number it is you want, because that's part of your makeup. And if you stay healthy and stay balanced, your body is going to work with you and give you what you ask for. That's the whole point. Unless you abuse it to the point where, parts are just given up and you got to cut them off and get replacements. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, and the sooner you start doing it, the longer you're going to live, if you want to. Free will. And you can change it at any time.
The paradigm matrix for manifestation is, first we have a desire for something. Then the desire turns into an intention to manifest the very thing that we said that we desired. By the way, I got a new crystal water bottle and I'm playing with the crystals. So we make a choice of what it is that we wish to experience, right? So desire, intention, and then there comes this place where we allow ourselves to have an experience of the thing that we said that we were desiring to have in our lives. And then the thing comes to fruition and the allowance is turned into acceptance of us having that thing in our life.
Right.
That's how we manifest everything. It's through intention. So I've been doing this pranic healing classes And everything is done through intention. You are literally intending that color prana go in and do its little magic. And I'm telling you, the miracles that I've seen, crazy, 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 crazy cool. Crazy, 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 crazy cool. So everything happens through intention. I agree 1,000% with what you were saying, Reverend Scarpa.
Oh, we're gonna start throwing those
Would
big names
all
around,
the
huh?
in this room,
Not
please,
until I get my tax exempt status can you call me that.
what are you talking about? Could all the reverends in the room please raise your hand? Linda, Deborah, Nadia. Thank you.
There you go.
Room full of reverends. Oh, and whose hand you can't see, Reverend Lynn Hansen, happens to be on the call.
Yes, Lenny's hiding in the corner there.
Yeah,
No image.
she's driving home from work, so she has to.
Okay. No, you have a general emotional age. Huh. Well, yeah, then I'm very immature, Water. Susan. Trust me. Ask my wife. She'll tell you that all the time.
Oh my God. He is character indeed.
As a comment. But look, I mean, that's it. You go around once in this meat suit. It's all about having fun. And, really, and it took me a long time, like, to realize the secret, about how when you focus on things, you attract them. I never realized that's what it was. When I first started my construction business, and I used to estimate the job and see the job, let's say it was a window or a door or renovation or what have you.
Yeah.
And I would give myself a time frame automatically in my head of how long it would take. I would know how many guys I was going to bring with me to that project. And I just remember waking up in the morning before a particular project and be like, okay, I did the whole job in my sleep. I've already done the whole job from soup to nuts. So then we would go ahead and execute the job. And when I had that weird visualization, I don't know, 40 years ago or what it was, they went perfect. And my success rate for projects, I would get them done early. I did a lot of windows and doors. And for a company, I did the installations.
Never get done early. Good for you.
No, and whenever I saw the job already done, I anticipated the need, and it was like, and it kind of was weird because at the time I had no idea of what we are able to do at that time. I did not have this recognition or remembrance of this, and now I know, and now I understand why they went so well, and I didn't have those bumps in the road because I expected everything to go the way it was supposed to go, and and that goes for this day. And now I utilize that in the projects that I do. I see the things in their finished form. I got away from for a long time when you work for yourself, and if you're in business and in construction, and people are giving you plans and blueprints and things like that, or drawings for kitchens or what have you, designs, and you can execute them because now you have the vision. But then as I stopped doing construction, I went to work for a company. I work for the government now, running projects, but it's not the same. It's a different caliber of stuff.
Why did you be an entrepreneur and go to work for the government?
Because I had 3 young children and I was traveling a lot. I was out of town all the time, and that was not healthy for a marriage. So better to stay around and get a job with health insurance and be home, at nights and weekends, and and put the kids to bed. So that was the ultimatum that was given to me. So it's been pretty clear.
And Lori, his wife, is a force of nature, that I can tell you.
So, and recently I just completed the project that I had decided, it was 2 years ago. And it was a project here, and it was a patio and a gazebo and all that. And I was doing it myself, but I said, you know what? I'm going to draw a picture of it. I'm going to draw a picture of what I want it to be. And then we added, and my daughter said, well, what about this and that? So now it's 2 years later. I finally got the project done, and the picture is no longer on the chalkboard in the kitchen. It's been put away for over a year.
It looks
and I pulled the picture out the other day, and I was like, wow, this really came out the way I had envisioned it.
Yep.
And like I said, I kind of forgot to do that. But when you do that, it really helps. That's the vision board. That's the secret. Someone told me I was hemming and hawing about buying a truck. Remember, Lynn, my truck got hit by a tree while we were in the middle of a podcast on 2019. There was a storm blowing outside. We were talking. I heard it crash. And when we finished the podcast, I went outside, and 2 of my vehicles were destroyed by a giant tree that came down and took out 2 of them.
You know what?
So,
that was our first podcast.
yeah, it was like the first, maybe first or second, yeah.
Days.
Yeah, it was November of 2019. So, and from there, I was hemming and hawing because I loved the truck. It broke my heart. I had the truck for so long with my baby, so I couldn't bear to part with it, but I had to because the insurance was taking it and I was destroyed. And I couldn't find a new truck, and I kept going in circles. And then Spirit came into me and said, if you want to, and I think I asked the question, like, when am I going to finally get a new truck? I just couldn't pull the trigger on one. And they said, as soon as you start seeing yourself behind the wheel, seeing yourself get the 5,000-mile oil change, see yourself on a vacation with it already. Don't keep trying to look at what I'm going to buy. See yourself already owning it. And then once you see yourself in that, it's a lot easier to manifest that because now you're comfortable in that space, in that energy. It works for you. So once you see that it works for you, the law of attraction gets even stronger. Okay. I don't know if the Fibonacci sequence applies, the golden ratio, to the law of attraction, but I imagine it does, since that is the base protocol for this reality.
Yeah.
The Fibonacci sequence.
Of course.
So, there you go. So there again, we're answering that. I'm hearing the answer in my head too. So
I love that.
But that's what it is all about, everybody.
I have
seeing what you want, seeing it, Michelle, seeing it.
Exactly. I have some Yeshua Ben Joseph for us.
Please.
He's in the house. Oh my God. When you put your feet on the coffee table, but you hyperextend your knees, ow. Oh. I am you thing, I am you thing, I am you thing.
That's it, you thing, like Brother Norbert says.
You thing, this is me, you thing, I am you thing, I am you thing. My knees are
and you can enhance it with the violet. Remember, you can enhance your knee healing with the violet right now. Transmute that pain.
Oh yeah, baby.
They give us all these techniques. We have to use them. Just like they say, just ask. We're right here. Just ask.
They are.
Trust. Trust.
Okay, let us know me. Yeshua Ben Joseph. Greetings, beloveds. We thank you for the consistency that you all have in coming and joining in this lovely conversation, communication, mastermind, melding of the minds, brotherhood, sisterhood, earthhood, parenthood, all the hoods. Beloveds, you have a tendency to take things so seriously. And we would like to say to you that it is not at all as serious as you have made it. Have you made a mess here on earth? Absolutely. Is there another reset that is coming? Absolutely. Have you agreed to this? Absolutely. What we would like you to do is, rather than focusing on a moment of pain, of the illusion of sorrow or grief or shame or guilt, fear, any of that, beloveds, allow yourself to ask, what is it that brings you the most joy? Who is it that when you spend time with them, you feel so enlivened that your soul feels lighter? Who puts that smile upon your face? Who makes you laugh? Beloveds, when you cross over, the questions that you will be asked are, did you experience joy? Did you allow yourself to be happy? Did you live a life of peace? So begin to look at and route out all the places in your life that you have allowed yourself to experience pain, to say fear lives here rather than happiness and joy and peace. Allow yourself to say, if I could design the life of my dreams, what would that look like? What would I do every day that would bring me joy? For Sahana Grace, it would be yoga. What would I do every day that would put a smile on my face. For many of you, it would be spending time with your family. For many of you, it would be not spending time with your family. For many of you, it would be taking walks in nature, swimming in the ocean, sleeping more, laughing more. It would be writing, it would be reading, it would be indulging in pie and cake and cookies. Whatever that is for you, beloveds, allow yourselves to be indulgent. Allow yourself to do the thing that makes you happy. For some of you, it may be eating a slice of pizza when you have said that bread and cheese are evil. Bread and cheese are not evil. Bread and cheese are bread and cheese. It is what you do in your minds that allows it to wreak havoc with your system, beloved. If you blessed everything that you ate, if you cleaned all of the food energetically, and you said, Father, Mother God, Source Creator, thank you for the blessing of the nourishment of this meal, you could eat wood, bark, cardboard, plants. It would not matter, beloved. But you walk around cursing things, saying, oh, this is going to be harder, this is going to be miserable, or this is going to be challenging, and oh no, I have to deal with my mother-in-law or my father-in-law or my brother-in-law or my sister-in-law or my aunt or my uncle or the boss at work or whoever that being is for you, beloved. You must understand one thing and one thing only, and that is that they are you. So can you allow yourself to look and to say, I know I thought you were a total stranger, but clearly I was wrong, and I have always loved you. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sam. My name is Jill. It matters not, beloved. You have called each other many names over myriads of lifetimes. But what you are here to do, and to do it with ferocity, is to love. And the first one for you to love is yourself. And ask for assistance. We must say, beloveds, if we were to give you grades, our friend, what is her name? Alexa is chiming in to say, one thing that we would encourage you to do, beloveds, is to ask for help. Ask for assistance. Look, you all have free will, and you have designed these lives based on the lifetimes that you have lived and the beliefs that you have allowed yourself to accumulate. But what you forget to say is, help. May I please have some help? God, would you help heal my mind? God, would you help heal my heart? God, would you help heal my body? Holy Spirit, I ask you to come now. I must have decided wrongly because I am not at peace. Allow yourself to be at peace, beloveds. God, show me how to love this person that I fear. Show me how to love this person that I resent. Show me how to love this person with whom I have a grievance. Show me how to love the part of me that I find unlovable. Ask for assistance, beloved. Every time you ask, messages will come through, signs will come through, songs will come through. You will receive messages for one another. Sahana Grace's beloved brother Robert will come forth with messages for her, and he is not the only one. We will find the way. It will be a sign. It will be a song that you will hear. It will be a song in your head. It will be a song on a radio or your phones. It will be a message in a movie. It will be the words that you read on a page. It will be a smell of something that reminds you of a time. All of these are signs for you, beloved ones. Read the signs. Pay attention to the signs. It is our way of looking to communicate with you, to help you have everything that you have desired. You came here with a list, a laundry list, if you will, of the things that you are going to manifest and the things that you are going to achieve. Sahana Grace loves to call them the promises to God. And you are not afraid to die because you think that what will happen to you is that you will end up in purgatory. What you are afraid of, beloveds, is to face the council and say, how did you do on your list? Well, I got 6 or 7 things done. Thank you. And how long was your list? 144. Beloveds, there was a very entertaining movie many years ago called Defending Your Life. And in it, there was a being played by Meryl Streep, of course. It was an exemplary human. And then there was another character played by Mr. Brooks, and he was miserable. Do you want to have a life in which you say, I did nothing, I accomplished nothing, I was scared, I stayed at home, I did not go anywhere, I did not do anything? Or rather, beloveds, would you rather have a life that says, I succeeded at everything I did because I did it with love? Be the love that you are, beloved. Be who you were designed and created to be through your own free will choices. Allow yourself to go within and remember what you came here for and what you came to do. We love you. We have time for some questions. What would you like to bring forward to
a question
this evening?
Nadia, go ahead, please.
So my eyes have been jilting a lot, both left and right.
Mm.
Is that my attempt at connecting to the divine, or do I need to seek medical attention? Because I'm not sure what it is.
Beloved, there is a certain circumstance within your life that you have not wanted to take 100% look at. We love you. Do you want us to continue?
Yes, 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 yes.
Does your job bring you joy?
Nope.
Do you want us to continue?
Yes.
Do you feel that you are joyful in the way that you have been caring for your physical body?
No.
Do you want us to continue?
Yes.
Are you happy for no reason?
No.
When the answer to those questions are yes, you will allow yourself to see so clearly the truth of all of you. There are aspects of you that are coming to light, and you are upgrading, beloved one. The tears in your eyes are tears of truth. We ask you to have the courage, beloved, to look to the eyes of truth and allow the wisdom to come forth. There is nothing wrong with you. There is everything right with you. And I am with you.
Thank you.
We thank you for your question. We thank you for your tears. We thank you for your heart and your beauty and your grace. And if
Thank you, Yeshua.
You speak with us more, you may reach out to Sana Grace. Indeed.
Do I have time for one more, Yeshua?
Indeed.
Michelle, please go unmute yourself.
Hi, I just wanted to know if there's anything that I should know with everything going on. Is there anything that I should know right now?
The thing that we want you to know more than anything else is how much we love you, how much we enjoy our conversations with you, and that we are with you at every moment, beloved. We understand that there are times when you feel that you are out there alone, and that is not the truth. It's impossible. So if you will pause 3 times a day and just allow yourself to put your hands upon your heart and breathe in and know that I breathe with you, for you to remember that I am where you are. I am as you are, and you are as I am, where I am in truth. Take a deep breath. Let me in, beloved. And as you exhale, I shall take the chaos from you.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. One more thing, beloved. Everything that you lend your mind to with fear and with anxiety and with concern, let that go, beloved. Let it go.
Thank you.
Everything is provided for you, for all of you. If you could all just allow yourself to know that things come in waves and things come in cycles, and everything that you want and everything that you desire and everything that you have ever dreamt of is making its way towards you. It is literally waiting for you. We thank you, brothers and sisters. We do enjoy being with you in love, always.
Thank you. Thank you, Master. Bess, we'll catch you next week on this one, all right?
Tess, we are with you always, brother. All of you, always.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you could allow yourself to know one thing, there has never been a moment, nor will there ever be, when we are all not collected and connected, heart, mind, body, and soul, as one collection of source energy. And that is the truth. Blessings, greetings, and salutations to all.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you.
tell Grace that she must rest more.
What about the yoga?
Thank you.
The yoga, indeed.
Okay.
If she can allow herself to find a studio, left to her own devices, she will sit around and eat ice cream. If she can find a yoga studio that she can commit to, she reached out to your friend Hardy and purchased a series of floats. This is something that we had encouraged her to do. And then she found out that the center is now closed.
Okay.
What remains is a ways away, but this is something that she can attend to on the weekends for her to find something closer proximity. But she must make a schedule for herself to come out of this house.
Okay. I will advise her of that.
Thank you, beloved.
Thank you.
All the time, but when she hears it from her brother, it will go a lot further.
Yeah, because I can harass her.
Thank you. Indeed.
Thank you.
Greetings and salutations. We love you dearly. And indeed, we shall speak with you again.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. That was a beautiful, beautiful, energetic interlude with Yeshua Ben Joseph.
Right on.
All right.
Why
Everyone will.
why
What's
is
that?
crying?
Excuse me?
Girl, are you crying? Oh,
Yes, we just spread some love on her, is what he did.
well, I love that.
We'll see everybody next week, right? We're good for next week? I think
Yeah.
so.
We are-
Thank you, Rob. Thank you,
Oh,
Lynn.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone.
No, October 8th, which is a Tuesday, which is my birthday.
That's a month.
Just bought tickets. It's a Wednesday, sorry. Is it a Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday. October 8th, my birthday. I'm gonna be in Paris.
Wow.
So
I'll be in Sicily that week, so I'll be fine. First and second week October, so next month, the first 2 weeks we won't be having. Well, I will not be participating.
no, I understand. Yeah, we won't be here on the 9th, which is I think my Tanya's birthday, but
Okay.
we'll put the word out. Maybe
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Maybe we'll have somebody come be our guests.
There you go. They can fill in.
How Johnny Carson used to have a guest when he wasn't here.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's somebody like Wendy. That would be really fun. Anyway, we'll work it out. All right.
Work that out. We'll see you all next week.
Love you.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, your exam day. That is my exam day for the Internal Board of Medicine. Yay!
Wow.
Right on, right on, right on.
Dr. Tess coming at you.
I love that. Dr. Matiku in the house. Bye, my darlings. No.